The ENTJ, a type that craves power more than oxygen, but when they get it, they have no idea what to do with it. Well, at least at first. So the ENTJ is supposed to be the ideal match for INFPs, but don't think I'm gonna swoon all over them, because I'm not impressed. They're ambitious. ENTJs like to be on top. They like to be the boss, and if they're not the boss, well, we're gonna have some problems. But don't worry, the ENTJ will get there soon enough. ENTJs are natural-born leaders, and they like this. They like to tell people what to do. Not for the sake of bossing people around, though let's be honest, that's part of it, but because they think they know what's best. ENTJs are super confident. I made an audition for American Idol despite being Dutch, not speaking a word of English, and refusing to leave Amsterdam. ENTJs set goals and they achieve them. Once an ENTJ gets going, you can't stop them. Well, I mean, you can try, but you'll just end up being a pancake. ENTJs don't hold back. If you have a stupid idea, they'll tell you. Don't waste their time. Your feelings don't matter to an ENTJ. Despite having all the confidence and direction in the world, once an ENTJ reaches their goals, they can feel quite lost. When they were climbing, they weren't asking the question if they wanted this, but if they could do it. And well, they did it, so now what? They're theoretical and practical. There's a stereotype that intuitives live with their heads in the clouds. Well, ENTJs live with their heads in the clouds too, but their feet are also on the ground. They're very tall, you see, but this height helps them see everything. They can think about how theoretical concepts apply to the real world. They won't normally get involved in conjecture for conjecture's sake because they think that's just a waste of time. So don't expect an ENTJ to get involved with a discussion on who would win in a sumo fight, Jesus or the Buddha, especially if it's during work hours. ENTJs do like to argue though, and they're good at it. They might not love it as much as ENTPs, but they'll still probably beat you in a debate. ENTJs are really creative too. You might not think it, but sometimes you need to be creative to get to the top, like flipping the game upside down. Surprisingly, ENTJs can become great artists. It might not be one of the most common jobs for ENTJs, but if they do it, they're not going to be starving artists, that's for sure. Granted, if you're not starving and a little bit crazy, can you even call yourself an artist? Van Gogh says no. They're objective. ENTJs are probably the most objective of the types. They see things as they are, not what they want them to be. More mature ENTJs might use the wealth and power they've accumulated to make a positive change in the world. But they're not going to close their eyes and wish for a better present. ENTJs don't pick favorites. Not fave picks, ideals, or even a favorite color. They treat ideas equally. Whatever works, works. While FI is in their cognitive function stat, it's at the way back of the bus, so it won't develop until later. In their youth, ENTJs will sometimes do whatever it takes to get ahead. Lie on the resume? Sure. Commit corporate espionage? Absolutely. Sell the nuclear launch codes to North Korea? Well, if it helps them get a monument in DC, this is why you have to be 35 to become president. Gotta keep young ENTJs out of power. They're indulgent. After a long trip to the top, most people are gonna want R&R and me time. Well, ENTJs are no different. They love some C time. It's funny because their third cognitive function is SE. ENTJs love the finer things. And since they're gonna retire at the ripe old age of 25 after selling their lemonade cartel they've run since they were 8, they have a lot of time and money, so why not spend some money on a super luxurious bubble bath with all the bath bombs? In their younger years, ENTJs can put everything into achieving their goals. They can become workaholics and forget about everything else, even their own feelings. So it's nice that when they're a bit older, they can slow down, enjoy life, and find themselves. You know what type doesn't need to find themselves from the start? The ISFP. Watch the video here, or check my videos on the other MBTI types. I've been TrebleKnight, and I'll catch you guys all next time.